6 steals today, your season high. What do you think made you so effective on the defensive side today?
I would say, I feel like we just executing the scout. A lot of the plays that we went through in scout, they ran, which is kind of nice, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Also, I feel like just, being in the passing lanes, put pressure in the ball is kind of what I'm good at. So, just turned into steals today, so that was good.
So, are you under pressure when you go out?
You asking me? When you go out on the court? I think there's a certain amount of pressure for every Division I basketball player. I think that there's always pressure to perform, but mental toughness is the most important thing for basketball. So, gotta stay strong.
Caileigh, very efficient, 8 for 13 today. Seemed like you're playing very confident in the post. What went into that today?
I had been not shooting too well from the three-point from the last couple games, and I recognize that, and I know how important my post game is. It's the biggest part of my game, so I got to stop kind of just hunting threes, and I got to start playing inside out instead of outside in.
Caileigh, 4 fouls today. Didn't end up affecting the game that much, but how do you make sure going future, especially looking as the Big Ten tournament comes up, that you stay out of foul trouble and are able to stay on the court?
Yeah, when you play against a good post like number 4 on the other team, it's hard to stay out of foul trouble sometimes, but I just have to work on moving my feet and not coming down. And honestly, it's a tribute to my coaches because they work with me a lot on not fouling, so got to just execute it in the game.
You guys only turned it over 8 or 9 times today after Rutgers. How'd you guys just limit the turnovers and bounce back from that?
I feel like obviously we emphasized taking care of the ball in practice after Rutgers. We had a lot of turnovers against Rutgers, and we knew we needed to be better if we wanted to win games going forward. So I think we did a good job of taking care of the ball today, and just we can continuing to do that in the future is obviously important too. So. Yeah.
Do you think that girls or women are treated as fairly as men and boys in sports?
No. I think that there's obviously a lot of disadvantages for women in this country regarding sports and outside of the sports world, but especially in sports, the WNBA versus the NBA pay gap. I think that there are a lot of barriers that women face, but I think that we are trying to break those barriers every day, which is good.
Yeah.
Is it hard staying in the Big Ten?
Playing in the Big Ten? Definitely. There's a lot of really good teams. I'd say there's 4 or 5 ranked right now. And, so many get in the tournament as well. There's just a lot of competition. Every game is, competitive, no matter who it is, every day. So, obviously, this game we won by a decent amount, but still difficult, so.
You guys had 28 points off turnovers relative to their 5. What do you think allowed you guys to get out in transition and run as well as you did?
I think that we put a big emphasis on, we're pretty good at turning people over in the half court and in our press, but sometimes we don't always translate that to offense. So I think that before this game we put a big emphasis on transitioning that steal to offense. So I think that we did a really good job, especially Hailey.
Yeah.
Last question. Caileigh, for you, at the end of the game, they start to bring a double team down into the post. So how do you take that in terms of being a leading scorer? You led the team today with 22 and turn into more of a facilitator to find your teammates for the open looks.
Yeah, I love passing out of the post. I think that it's something a really strong part of my game. I think that it's something that isn't always showcased all the time, but I feel like I'm a good passer. And I think that when they do bring the double, I can be just as efficient as scoring by passing out of the double team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think before we really break down the game, I loved our crowd today, and I thought it was, a great home court for us, and National Girls in Sport Day, and I thought our turnout was terrific, and I think we have some great role models in our program. So, really proud of our team. And for our marketing and Northwestern to be part of this. It's a nationwide push. A lot of our players, coaches have been pioneers, in all honesty. Tangela Smith played 15 years in the WNBA and, traveled, had to play in 15 countries to make a living. And she's one of the great players ever, So, Maggie Lyon. Today we're lucky enough to have Nia Coffey here, and who, one of the greatest players I've ever seen in the Big Ten. And I was able to coach and recruit. And so, just to be part of that, I think is really important for us and who we are. So the game itself, I thought we played through everything, and we talk every day about next play. So when something goes wrong, forget about it, move on, next play. And, and we've done that at times. Also said, before the game, we're as good as anybody in the Big Ten for 30 minutes. And we've been in these games, the last couple of weeks, 10-point lead at Rutgers, 8-point lead at Penn State on the road. And we just haven't played 40 minutes. And that was the message today, to play 40. And our kids did a great job.
Do you pay the money when your athletes get hurt?
She's tough. Say it again.
Do you pay the money when your athletes get hurt?
Yeah. When they get hurt, we have to get them. We have doctors and trainers, and we have a person that makes sure they're getting a lot of food too, a nutritionist. And so when they get hurt, we take them and we take care of them. That's a great question.
Coach, just getting the second win, it's always hard to win in the Big Ten. Just what are your thoughts on now looking forward, even looking at the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, I mean, if we play like we did today, and really at times, we're sitting here at the end of the first quarter with a 20-15 lead against Maryland, and I'm like, we can play with anybody, even the best teams in the standings, right? I feel like we were in a 1-point game at Michigan with 2 minutes to go. Those Ohio State, but those games, even Indiana, who's probably trying to has separated themselves. Purdue, we've been in so many games that I feel like if we could, stay healthy, get healthy this week a little bit, we would probably, if you polled the coaches and they told the truth, which is hard in our league, but they would say, I don't want to play Northwestern. That's a long answer to that, but I think we're the team nobody wants to play. And I wish we were the team that's where we used to be, but we get to this tournament, we can be just a tough out. Yeah, go ahead. Wow, that's a great question. Well, you'd probably have to ask somebody besides me, the people that have all the money. I'm not one of them. But I think we, in women's basketball, I can't speak for all the other sports, but in women's basketball, I think we try to do a really good job of promoting our sport. Thank you.
What does it mean to get to 250? It's a pretty important milestone. Can you just touch on that for a little bit?
That's why I mentioned that when you have the Nia Coffeys and the Maggie Lyons and people like that, you're a lot better coach, right? And the great teams we have since I've been here, it just means a lot for us as a program. Just, we've done so many great things, and and the reason I brought that up today, things haven't, the ball hasn't bounced our way this year, but I don't want people to forget how good we are and how good we've been. So and not too long ago, like last year, and the year before, we're winning Big Ten championship. We're in San Antonio in the NCAA tournament, winning games. And, you know, we might have a little hiccup this year, but we'll find the medicine for it.
You guys ran, you know, a couple smaller lines before out. Like in the second quarter, you guys had a line where it was Lau, Weaver, Wood, Brown, Walsh. How does that kind of free up opportunities for Walsh and Page Mott just to kind of get opportunities in the post like they did today?
I think one of the things we've been trying to do, that's a great question too. We just haven't shot it great all year. You know, and I think we've been able today. We were able to spread the floor a little bit, get the ball inside, play inside out, and then we made some shots. So I think you know, we have, you know, we're streaky, and if we can get hot, you know, we can spread the floor. Paige, and I thought Mercy did a great job too, and you know, we'll get Courtney Shaw back, who's you know, a fifth-year all-conference player. Hopefully we'll get her back for the Big Ten tournament. So, you know, we'll have a little more the ability to play inside out. We just got to make some shots, and we practice them.
Coach, just can you walk us through the decision to go into a full court press in the second quarter, and how you think it affected the momentum of the game and how much added pressure, because you did end up forcing 25 turnovers tonight and outscoring them 28-5 on points off of turnovers.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. It's something when Maggie Lyons scouted Minnesota, and the one thing we talked about was, you know, let's look at some pressure, come at them, you know, at different points in the game, and I think we caught them off guard a little bit, and we did a good job of hustling too, getting our ball loose balls, tipping balls, and then the one thing we did today that, you know, we struggled with the other night, when we got a turnover, we were able to convert. We didn't try to force anything. We were able to come, you know, I thought we were poised and patient. I thought against Rutgers, when we turned them over, or we had opportunities, you know, a lot of times we gave it right back to them. So today was really, I think that was the best thing that came out of that part.
Just a follow-up to that. With Rutgers, you were tied 42-42 in the third, in the fourth, and then just couldn't close out in the fourth. What'd you say to the team in terms of closing out in terms of this game where, hey, we have a lead now, let's make sure we hold it, that we're not playing for the bus?
Well, I think the other thing, too, that we talked about, and we were up 10 at Rutgers, too, is don't play uptight, you know, instead of, you know, trying to milk the clock, play. And I thought we did a good job today of, you know, with the lead, expanding the lead. Or when Minnesota came down and scored, we came right back at them. And I think that was important.
Is it stressful when the team's ahead of you?
Yeah, it's really stressful. Yeah. And I'm lucky in my coaching. Since I've been here, we won more games than we lost. So that's less stress. but when you coach a long time, this is my 37th year. How old are you?
8.
Okay. If you're going to break my record, you got to start coaching now, okay? No, I'm just messing with you. Thank you. But we're going to, maybe you and I can coach together someday. Or maybe you guys could play for the Wildcats even better. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. These guys are tough.
Coach, just real quick, what does it mean to you